Good morning, guys. It's Monday. Beautiful, bright, quiet Monday morning. And I'm here in Psalm number 5. Reading verse 1 to 3, it says, O Lord, hear me as I pray. Pay attention to my groaning. Listen to my cry for help, my King and my God. For I pray to no one but you. Listen to my voice in the morning, Lord. Each morning I bring my requests to you and wait expectantly. Each morning I bring my requests to you and wait expectantly. This morning I want to talk to us about habitually coming and waiting in God's presence. You know, that's one of the biggest fights. Like, I've been a child of God, actively pursuing a relationship with God for more than half of my life. And yet it's a constant fight to get up in the morning and give God that quiet time, give God that special time. And I've come to realize why. Because it is in God's presence that we get strength. It is in His presence that we get joy. This verse said, in your presence there's fullness of joy. In His presence is where we are renewed and refreshed on a daily basis. You know, God does a lot of things in the physical to kind of show us what happens in the spiritual realm. And in the same way, He ensures that our bodies need food every single day. You know, there are some animals that just need to eat now, and then 3-4 days later, then they need a meal. And the same thing with, there's some that even hibernate for months on end and then wake up. But as human beings, we need sustenance on a daily basis. And sometimes, even if nothing else, at least water. But there's something that our body physically has to get on a daily basis. And I think He put it that way so that we can understand that it's the same thing in the spirit. We need His presence daily. We need spiritual nourishment daily. And it's going to always be a constant battle, because the enemy doesn't want you strong. When you're in the presence of God, that's where your strength comes from. That's where He's able to communicate with you. Here you are, a child of the Most High God. Your Heavenly Father is King of Kings, Lord of Lords. And many times we are living below the standard that we ought to. Many times we are living way below what God has designed and desired for our lives. Why? Because of that haphazard spending time with Him, getting to know Him. I mean, think about it. If you have a child and you have all the resources available, you want to give it to that child. But if that child decides, I'm not going to live with you, I'm going to walk out and go somewhere else and be at somebody else's house, they cannot enjoy what you have for them. And it's the same thing. If we don't spend that time, we don't get to receive His guidance. We don't get to get His blessing and His favor on our lives. We don't get to get Him guiding us slowly along that path that takes us to our destiny. And it's the same thing with our children. Now, children can be going good, and then there's some kids when they hit teenage years, like, I don't want to hear, and they're just gone. You know, they hit their 20s, no, time to leave, and they're gone. And there's some children that totally ostracize themselves from their parents. They don't hear back from them. They don't, they hardly spend time with them and all of that. And whatever it is that parent possess, they can't have, And so I want to encourage us to habitually, He says, every morning I come and I lift my request, and then I wait expectantly. So it's a back and forth. He's not coming to just, with His grocery list, God, repeat some mantra and that's it. He's ensuring that He's waiting to hear what God has to say and input into His life on a daily basis. And that's what I want to encourage us to do. Remember that He loves you. You can't go wrong. Build that habitual relationship of and time in God's presence so that you can benefit the most from His guidance, from who He is. And He will help you to truly become the best version that you can be. That's my word of encouragement for today as we go into this week. Remember that He loves you. He loves you. He loves you with an everlasting love. And I do too. Be blessed, guys.